everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Silver Path AI. Before I started Silver Path AI and before I even launched my senior services company, I was already doing something that literally would change my life forever. I was helping a friend. Let's go ahead and call her Missy for privacy's sake because that's important. Missy is in her late 80s. As a matter of fact, this year she'll probably be like 86. She's sharp as a tack and, very independent, extremely proud and but humble all at the same time, right? But over the years I noticed something. I noticed that she needed help with things that had nothing to do with bathing or even medical care. Miss E needed someone to drive her to her doctor's appointments, when it came to the cardiologist, or when it came to the primary care physician. She needed someone to sit with her while, the nurse came to check on her and her eyes with her glaucoma. And, just someone to go with her to navigate through the grocery store because sometimes even that can be overwhelming for seniors. I realized that there had to be millions of Missies out there. And even when I was going with her on her appointments and I saw some of these older ones who were by themselves, it made me realize that there are millions of people, women like her and men like her out here. Our family members, seniors who just don't need a nursing home, they don't even need home health care, but they do need something. Today, I'm going to share with you what Miss E taught me about what seniors actually want and what families definitely need to know. What we all need to remember is that independence isn't the same as isolation, right? So, one of the first things that Miss E taught me was that seniors don't want to lose their independence. But let's think about what independence means and doesn't mean. It doesn't mean doing everything alone. So one day Missy said to me, Shannon, I'm still able to make my own decisions. I just can't always make my own appointments happen anymore. And that's something that hit me hard, right? Because she's saying that she didn't need someone to take over her life. What she needed was someone to help her live her life, but on her own terms. So, for families watching this, your parents saying, I don't need help, doesn't always mean they don't need support. It means they don't want to be treated like a child. And there's a difference between someone doing things for you, which can take away your dignity, and someone doing things with you, which will preserve your dignity. Missy didn't need me to make her doctor's decisions for her. She needed me to drive her there, sit with her during the appointment, and help her to remember the things that the doctor has said. And here's where AI comes in. I started using AI to help Miss E in small ways. Organize her medication schedules, being able to summarize doctor's instructions in plain language, helping her to set up reminder systems that worked for her. Let's you and I go over to our model, our ChatGPT model, and let's take a look at how you might be able to do the same. So now we've got our screen. Our ChatGPT is open. Our free version of it. We're going to go ahead and copy and paste this prompt into ChatGPT. This is a simulation of some of the medications that Miss E was taking. And let's ask ChatGPT about the medications and also the allergies and see what feedback it gives us as far as what we've got here, okay? Now, please always remember ChatGPT can make mistakes, and that's why we put everything in writing, and then that way when we enter it, we know that what we put in was correct. We're always going to consult our doctor on anything and always go by what our doctor says. We want to make sure that what we have is something that we paid enough attention to, because a lot of times these medications are being given by multiple physicians, right? So ChatGPT is done with its work, and we asked ChatGPT to do a few things, organized by category, and that's exactly what it did. And it gave us a note, right? There's a warning sign here. It says Norvasc and amlodipine are duplicates. Bistolic and nebivolol are duplicates. So make sure you're not accidentally taking both brand and generic versions, it says, which makes sense, right? We actually have two different things. And then chat lets us know which items are for cholesterol, right? Which medications are for stomach and digestion, which medication is an eye medication. And also, it just kind of continues to go on and let us know that we've got a simple daily schedule here because that's what we asked for. How will we take these every single day? How should they be taken? And then, of course, chat gives us the warning. Always confirm with your doctor or pharmacist before making any changes and always follow what's on the label, right? So here we've got our morning setup for us. We've got our evening setup. And we've got our how many times a day we should be taking our eye drops, how many times a week she should be taking, what week she should be doing her injection for her Repatha, but also just making sure that everything is in plain language is what we asked, right? What each medication does, plain language. So chat tells us, what does the blood pressure medication do? How about the cholesterol medication? What's it for? And then we go on right here, and we've got another warning sign from ChatGPT, allergy and interaction review. So all of our allergies are here for this person, and then chat goes on to give us some warnings. Some people with sulfa allergies react to hydrochlorothiazide. Sorry, you guys, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, as you all know. So saying some of these words can be a little bit tricky. But ChatGPT is making things easy, right? Putting it into easy to understand and comprehend language so that we're not trying to figure out what's going on, but we've got it here. And we could even tell ChatGPT, could you put this into a PDF so that I can print it? And it would even do that for us. So here's another way that AI is able to help each and every last one of us to be in just making sure that we actually know what we're doing. For Miss E, she loved this. It gave her control, not me, not her kids, but her. So what's the takeaway from families here? The takeaway for families is that technology can literally empower seniors. It doesn't replace their agency. It gives them the ability to act and react based on what they actually know and understand. Let's take a look at another example. So here's what surprised me the most about helping Missy. The doctor's appointment weren't the most important part. Well, you might ask yourself, what was the most important part then? The most important part were those car rides and the conversations inside of them. The trips to the mall just to walk around and listening to her tell me stories about her late husband and what a magnanimous man he was. Friends, loneliness is an epidemic for seniors. And it's not just sad, it's dangerous. Studies show that loneliness not only increases dementia risk, but it increases heart disease and even can be the cause of early death. Fortunately for Missy, she had family and they loved her tremendously. But they were busy, overwhelmed. Some of them even lived out of state. And here's what I've learned personally from working in the education field for over 3 decades now. Behavior is communication. Let me repeat that. Behavior is communication. When Missy got short-tempered or dismissive, It wasn't meanness, it was frustration or fear or loneliness that she just didn't know how to express. Here's where AI can help with connection. Help them to feel like they are connected to everyone else and they know and are keeping up with what's going on. I was able to show Missy how to use AI to stay connected with her grandkids. Voice to text for emails is so much easier than typing it out. AI is able to help us to write congratulatory cards, wedding emails, um, anniversary cards. AI is there to give us the assistance that we need. Let's take a look at an example of that. And for families, when you feel as though mom or dad or both of them are acting out or being difficult, please ask yourself, why? Are they frustrated? Are they upset because they're losing control? What exactly is going on with mom and dad? The reason why they're behaving this way. Let's take a look at how AI can help. Here we are at our second example. And for our second example, I just wanted to give you something new to think about when it comes to ChatGPT, our AI that we've been using. Did you know that you could click this little button right here and actually send an email or give ChatGPT an assignment or something to do with your voice? It's a voice command, just like your Siri on your phone or your Android, right? So let's go ahead and let's take a look at how we could do that. We're just going to say, use a voice to chat. We've got to let it allow ChatGPT to use our microphone, first of all, right? So let's go ahead and let's do that. And then we just speak. Hey, ChatGPT, help me write a short email to my grandson congratulating him on his soccer game that he won. Please keep it warm and personal. Then we would just press this little check mark. Make sure that what we said actually was what ChatGPT picked up. And as you can see, it was, hey, ChatGPT, help me to write a little note to my email to my grandson. So this is what ChatGPT will do. And I'm going to read it to you. It says, subject, so proud of you. Dear grandson's name, I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you for winning your soccer game. I hope you know how exciting it is to see your hard work pay off. I can only imagine how great it must have felt to hear that final whistle and celebrate with your team. More than the win, I'm proud of the effort, teamwork, and determination you show every time you step onto the field. I really like this. It's warm. It sounds like it's coming from a grandmother, right? Now, it's not replacing a connection, right? But it is enabling it. It's allowing our parents to be able to continue to live their lives in the most wonderfully dedicated way that they can. So, what's the takeaway here? The takeaway is companionship is healthcare, and technology can make it easier. All right, so we've looked at that one. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. We know that families need help too. And here's the hard truth. I know and I watched as Miss E's family struggled with guilt. They felt guilty because they couldn't be there every day. Guilty because they had their own lives, their own kids, and their own jobs that they had to deal and contend with. Guilty that they were even thinking about getting help because doesn't make that make them bad children? No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. Asking for help isn't failure. It's love. It means you absolutely love your parent. And here's what I realized: two things families really, really needed. One, professional oversight that they can trust. What does that look like? Someone who shows up, documents what's happening, has clear communication, treats their parent with dignity and respect. And that's the reason why I started Silverwatch, a non medical senior oversight service right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's not home care, it's not nursing, it's a professional companionship and wellness verification system. Because families should never have to choose between their career and their parents' safety. The second thing that I noticed was that families needed tools to reduce stress and stay informed. And this is where AI becomes a powerful tool in our hands for families and not just for seniors. I was able to show Miss E's daughter how to use AI or ChatGPT to organize medical records, prepare questions for upcoming doctor's appointments, track medication changes, and even find local resources for seniors. Let's take a look at our ChatGPT demo and see exactly how this can be done. All right, our last example, okay? So I have 5 different doctor's notes, and we all know that when we go to the doctor, there's always something from each and every last appointment that we go to, whether it's the cardiologist, the primary care, the ophthalmologist. They all give us notes of things and things that we have to do, right? So let's take these notes. There's 5 of them all together, and we're going to put them into ChatGPT. And let's go ahead and click on this little dictate button like we did the last time, the little microwave. I'm sorry, microphone, not microwave. And I'm going to say to ChatGPT, ChatGPT, I have these 5 doctor's notes from my mom's appointments. Can you summarize the key points and flag anything that seems important? Then from there, I'll go ahead and I will copy and paste these 5 different doctor's notes that I received after going to an appointment. And these are not actual doctor's notes, but they are definitely doctor's notes that we could receive. And the reason why I really like this example is because it helped Miss E's daughter go from being overwhelmed to informed, right? She's got all this information. She's helping take care of her mom, and she's got all these different appointments, and the doctors all wrote so many things, and it's hard to understand exactly what was meant at each visit. And even if it wasn't hard to understand, it's still a lot of information. So here we go. ChatGPT takes the information and makes the information understandable. From the February 3rd, 2025 annual wellness visit, ChatGPT goes down, puts everything in order for us for mom, and then even gives us the important flags. Cognition, gait, and independence all look strong. Ongoing GERD despite medication. Preventive care, mammogram, and vaccines need follow through, right? And that was from her visit with her primary care doctor. Then we've got our ophthalmology visit, and I am just going straight to the important flags here. Glaucoma is steady. Very good news. Early cataracts, common at our age. Just monitor. Must not miss eye drops. Pressure spikes can damage vision. These are all things that we all need to know, right? And so, literally, Missy's daughter was no longer overwhelmed. Like I said, she's now informed. She feels powerful. She's able to take care of her mom. What's the takeaway here? Yes, absolutely, caregiving can be hard. Absolutely, it can. However, with the right tools and the right support, we can make it manageable. AI can help us. It can be that tool, it can be that support system that helps us to make it manageable. Alrighty, let's go ahead and go back to our chat in person. Aging with dignity is a choice. Missy taught me that aging with dignity isn't about avoiding help, it's about choosing help that respects who you are. She taught me that technology isn't the enemy, it's a tool. Companionship isn't optional, it's essential. Asking for help is not a weakness, it's wisdom. And she taught me that there's a huge gap in senior services, a gap between I'm completely fine and I need a nursing home. Most seniors live in that gap, and they deserve better. Whether you're a senior trying to stay independent or an adult child trying to support your parent from across the country, here's what I want you to know. You don't have to do this alone. Using the tools available, like AI, can help you organize, plan, and even stay connected with one another and to keep your parent connected. And if you need professional support, someone to be there when you aren't or just when you can't, that also exists too. Okay. So if you found this video helpful, I have 2 free things for you. The first one is 10 AI prompts for family caregivers. It's something that you can download. These are the exact same prompts that I use with families to help them to organize medical information, track medications, find senior resources, and reduce caregiver stress. I'm going to put that link down in the description. The only thing you have to do is just fill out the quick form and I'll email it right over to you. The second thing that I have, if you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, or you have a parent who lives here and you need professional senior oversight for them, check out Silverwatch. We provide non-medical wellness checks, companionship, and also family reporting. Think of it as a professional set of eyes on your loved one when you can't be there. I'm going to put that link in the description also. And if you're here for AI tips, subscribe to this channel. Every week I upload a new video and show you practical ways for you to be able to use AI for financial security and confidence, safety, and independence after 50. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself and also the ones you love.